evening. Well, the votes are in, and would you believe it, both main parties finished in a dead heat, taking exactly 31.5% of the vote and leaving both Labour and the Tories 50 seats short of the 325 mark needed to form a government. The big winners of the night are the SNP, who've taken a whopping 45 seats, and they will be hoping to extract a high price for any potential deal with Labour. Nationalist sentiments weren't only thriving in Scotland. UKIP now have 6 MPs to sit in the next Parliament. The Lib Dems haven't quite achieved the 30 seats they'd hoped to retain, dropping to a 14% share. And the Green Party's added a second MP to its Westminster total, with the remaining seats spread thinly among the rest.
Yes, Labour's collapse in Scotland had been predicted, but it was still a jolt to see Alex Salmond standing alongside Prime Minister Ed Miliband in the Downing Street garden that May morning. The deal? For the SNP, another Scots independence referendum. And for Labour, power.
This is the election that nobody clearly won.
It's tantalising. Deputy Prime Minister Salmond, now Westminster leader of his Edinburgh-based party, looked very much the senior partner alongside a blinking, stammering Miliband. And here is the big question now dominating politics. Who runs Britain? England or the Celts?
Arithmetically, the votes of the SNP and our allies in Plaid Cymru are going to be necessary.
A mini-coalition with Plaid Cymru, the SDLP and Sinn Féin made the SNP kingmakers.
I heard a rumour. I think we won the election.
They were never going to side with the Conservatives.
You ready? Ready for you.
Endgame for the SNP remains the breakup of the UK, but might going into coalition with Labour affect their identity as separatists? A source close to Mr Salmond told me Alex saw the big picture so infuriate the English that they want to end the union. The source adds Alec does love the trappings of office.
Well, let's have a look at tomorrow's headlines before we go. The Scottish insurrection in Westminster, says the Telegraph. They're clearly not happy, but if you look back to the Scottish Sun, fully behind the SNP, Nat's the way to do it, goes their headline tomorrow.
Hence the bravado, the way Mr Salmond swaggered up Downing Street and announced outside the door of number 10, it was the jocks what won it. Interrupting Mr Miliband at the press conference, he said, the English bossed us around for 300 years, now it's our turn.
Yeah, that was the right thing to do.
Exit Cameron and Clegg. Enter new Tory leader Theresa May, the English Merkel. At an occasionally violent rally in Wembley Stadium last night, the Tories and UKIP demanded a referendum on English independence. The Queen has begged English voters to think very carefully about any breakaway. Financial markets were jittery. Meanwhile, from Dover House, Whitehall residence of our new Deputy PM, there came the sound of bagpipes, Scottish reels, and the melodious baritone of Alex Salmond.